Hey guys, Mr. Lundeen. I'm going to take you through the using technology to learn something new assignment. Okay, this is one of my favorite assignments because it's something that you get to do independently and you get to take all the credit for. All I do is sit back and watch you do awesome things. All right, so this is really cool. Let's check it out. All right, so what we're going to be looking at is trying something new for 30 days. All right, and a lot of us have always wanted to try one thing or another, and we just don't because we don't have to. Okay. And what I'm going to do is spur you in the right direction to get out of your comfort zone and try something that you might not otherwise try. All right. So, what you're going to do is first, you're going to make a list of things that you might want to learn and watch this video, this TED Talk by Matt Cutts, and it's called Try Something New for 30 Days. And it's only a 4-minute video, so it is worth your time to see because we're going to replicate this process. Okay. So you're going to find something that you want to try out. Some examples might be a foreign language, or maybe you want to do some cooking, or maybe you want to learn a new instrument. I think some of the coolest things I've seen are people that pick up a new instrument. I had some seventh graders try this a couple years ago, and they're still playing the ukulele. And every time I run into them or at the grocery store, that's what they talk about. They talk about this assignment. Okay, it was like, hey, remember when we did this in your class? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And in fact, they did it all on their own because this assignment is actually done outside of class. Okay, I won't give you any other homework except for this assignment because that's how important this assignment is to me, and hopefully that's how important this assignment will be to you. Okay, so this assignment's all about the learning process. You're going to find something that you want to try to learn how to do, and you're going to use your internet tools in order to research, and then we're going to use the tools that we've learned in this class to create a how-to video and have a little bit of a show and tell time at the end of the trimester. Okay, so you're going to create a list of things you might want to try. Make sure you get an early jump start to this because it is going to take you a lot of time. Okay, I have 20 hours set aside. That's my recommendation for trying this assignment, trying to learn something new, because the research tells us that you basically have a 20-hour window when you're excited to learn something new, and it drops off after 20 hours. You just start to not see as much growth, and it becomes less interesting to you. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at for this one. Okay. Make sure you follow this document because it's going to show you how you want to go about this. Okay. I'm going to learn how to do fill in the blank. Okay. So maybe I'm going to learn how to play the ukulele. All right. I'm going to set some SMART goals. Okay. We want to make sure we think about what success will look like by the end. Okay. Maybe I want to play 5 songs by the end. Okay. And I'm going to perform one of those for the class at the end. All right. Cool. We're going to do some research. Make sure you keep track of your resources. We're going to do some MLA format citations using EasyBib. That's fine. Okay, and these are things that we'll cover in class, and I will be here to help you when needed. Make sure you think about what materials you need. I had a girl that wanted to prepare a 6-course meal, and she didn't realize how much food costs. Okay, especially when you get into some baking and everything else. She was really just surprised at how much cooking costs. Okay, so make sure you think about the cost of something and if you can afford it. All right. You're gonna make sure you keep track of your log. We're gonna do a reflection paper at the end, so that's what these points are. Okay, so a 5-paragraph essay. Okay, and that's just a reflection paper about the learning process. Like, hey, how did this go for you? Okay. One of the last things is a timesheet. So you need to have an adult sign off on these. Okay, your honesty is more important than your grade. Okay, so you could lie on this, of course, but it also, when we go to show our skill at the end, it'll be really apparent who's put in the time and the effort and who hasn't. And the interesting thing about this assignment is that those people that procrastinated and didn't learn anything new, they're really envious of the people that have really put their foot forward, because some people will really try hard at this and they'll get very good very quickly. Okay, so keep that in mind for the end. All right. One of the most critical aspects of this assignment is I want to see 2 videos. I want to see a video at the very beginning of you trying to do your assignment, your skill. Okay, I want to see how bad you are. Okay, if I'm juggling, I want to see like, man, I am bad. Okay, and so that you can see the progress over the course of the trimester. I want to see a before and an after, and just so we can see that growth on paper. Okay, so that'll be part of our how-to video for the end. Okay, have some fun with this. Find something that you really like. You can try some things early, because if it doesn't go your way and you want to switch, you'll have the time to do that. You don't want to do that too many times, because you'll run into a time crunch window, because it is going to take you some time and effort in order to get good at something, good enough to where you want to share it with the class. Okay, have some fun with this. Get after it.